Why cats always want food even when the bowl isn't empty.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're a cat parent, you've definitely experienced this. You've just filled your cat's bowl with their favorite food. You turn around, and suddenly they're meowing at you, winding around your legs, and giving you that "I'm starving." Look, you glance at their bowl, and it's still half full.
You call that a portion?
So, what's the deal? Are they just being dramatic little divas? Or is there something more to this seemingly confusing behavior? Well, today, we re-dive in deep into the feline mind to uncover exactly why your cat always seems to want food, even when their bowl isn't empty. Trust me, the reasons are more fascinating than you might think. First, let's travel back in time, way before our cats were pampered indoor royalty. Their ancestors, the African wildcats, were solitary hunters. They didn't get 3 square meals a day served in a pretty ceramic bowl. Instead, they had to hunt for their food, catching small prey like mice, birds, and insects throughout the day and night. This means they evolved to eat multiple small meals, not 1 or 2 big ones. Think about it, a mouse as a snack, not a banquet. This instinct to graze and eat small portions frequently is hardwired into your domestic cat's DNA. So when they ask for more food shortly after eating, they're not necessarily being greedy. They're following an ancient instinctual pattern that tells them to eat whenever food is available. They're just channeling their inner hunter.
In my DNA, I'm still a lion.
Now, let's talk about the bowl itself. This is a huge one that many owners overlook. Have you ever heard of whisker fatigue? It's a real thing. A cat's whiskers are incredibly sensitive. They're packed with sensory receptors that help them navigate the world, sense changes in airflow, and detect predators or prey. When a cat has to stick their face into a deep, narrow bowl, their sensitive whiskers constantly brush against the sides. Over time, this can be uncomfortable, stressful, and even painful for them. Imagine if every time you took a bite of food, something kept poking you in the side of the face. You'd probably stop eating too, right? So, your cat might eat just the food in the center of the bowl, leaving a ring of food around the edges. When they meow for more, what they might actually be saying is, "Hey, I can't comfortably reach the rest of this. Can you help me out?" The solution? Try switching to a wide, shallow dish, or even a flat plate. This allows them to eat without their whiskers touching the sides, which can make mealtime a much more pleasant experience for them. Another key factor is freshness. Cats have an incredible sense of smell, far superior to ours. What smells perfectly fine to you might smell stale to your cat.
Smells like yesterday.
Dry food, once it's been sitting out in the open air, can lose its aroma and flavor. The tasty fats and oils on the kibble can start to oxidize, making it less appealing. Think of it like a bag of chips left open overnight. It's just not as good the next day. Your cat, with their super sniffer, can detect this change long before you can. They might eat the top layer of fresh food and then decide the rest is up to their high standards. Similarly, wet food dries out quickly and can develop a crusty texture that many cats dislike. So, when your cat begs for a refill, they might just be asking for a fresh serving, not necessarily a larger one. It's a request for quality, not just quantity. But it's not always about the food itself. Sometimes, that meow for more food is actually a cry for something else entirely. Attention, our cats are smart. They quickly learn what actions get a reaction from us. If every time they meow near their food bowl, you come over to pet them, talk to them, or top off their food, they'll associate that behavior with getting your attention. They've essentially trained you. You are their source of food, comfort, and entertainment.
I control the hand that feeds.
Scientifically accurate.
So, if they're feeling a bit lonely, bored, or just want some cuddles, heading to the food bowl and meowing is a surefire way to get you to interact with them. It becomes a learned behavior. Instead of immediately refilling the bowl, try engaging them with a toy, giving them a good scratch behind the ears, or just having a little chat. You might find that the hunger magically disappears once their need for connection is met. Let's also consider their natural instinct for security. In the wild, leaving food unguarded is a risky move. another animal could come along and steal it. This survival instinct can make some cats feel anxious about leaving food behind. They might feel an urge to finish everything in one go, or conversely, feel stressed about an overly large portion that they can't protect. This is why some cats seem to graze guard. They eat a little, walk away, but keep an eye on their bowl. They might also want you, their trusted guardian, to be present while they eat. Your presence can make them feel safe and secure, signaling that it's okay to relax and have a meal. So, if your cat only eats when you're in the room, it's not because they're being picky. It's because you're their bodyguard, and they trust you to watch their back while they're vulnerable.
You may proceed, human.
Now, we do need to touch on a more serious possibility, underlying health issues. While the behaviors we've discussed are often normal, a sudden and dramatic increase in appetite, known as polyphagia, can be a symptom of a medical problem. Conditions like hyperthyroidism, diabetes, or even certain intestinal issues can cause a cat to feel constantly hungry, no matter how much they eat. With hypothyroidism, for example, their metabolism goes into overdrive, burning calories at an accelerated rate and making them ravenous. With diabetes, their body can't properly use the sugar from their food for energy, so their brain never gets the signal that they're full. If your cat's begging for food is a new behavior and it's accompanied by other symptoms like increased thirst, weight loss, despite the huge appetite or changes in their litter box habits, it is absolutely crucial to schedule a visit with your vet. A professional checkup can rule out any serious conditions and ensure your furry friend is healthy. Competition can also play a huge role, especially in multi-cat households. Even if your cats seem to get along, there's a subtle social hierarchy at play. A more dominant cat might intimidate a more timid cat.
Hierarchy? Please, I am the system.
Causing them to eat quickly or not finish their meal. The timid cat might then try to sneak back for more food later when the coast is clear, or they might beg you for food because they didn't get their fair share. In this scenario, it's important to ensure each cat has their own safe space to eat. This might mean feeding them in separate rooms at different times, or using microchip-activated feeders that only open for the designated cat. This reduces stress and ensures everyone gets the nutrition they need without feeling threatened. And finally, let's be honest, sometimes it's just because the food is delicious. If you were served your absolute favorite meal, wouldn't you be tempted to ask for a second helping, even if you were already feeling a bit full? Our cats are no different. Modern cat food is scientifically formulated to be incredibly palatable. The companies that make it spend a lot of time and research on getting the flavor and aroma just right. So, if your cat is meowing for more of that tasty salmon PT, part of it might simply be that they love the taste and are hoping you'll indulge them. They're just connoisseurs of fine dining. So, to recap, the next time your cat gives you that I am starving act in front of a half-full bowl, take a moment to be a detective. Is it their ancient hunting instincts kicking in? Is their bowl causing whisker fatigue? Is the food not fresh enough for their sophisticated palate? Are they just feeling a bit bored and lonely? Or could it be a sign of something more serious? By understanding the complex reasons behind this common behavior, we can become better, more empathetic cat parents. It's about looking beyond the bowl and tuning into what our cats are really trying to tell us.
Mission accomplished.
Thank you so much for joining me today to decode this classic cat mystery. I hope this has been helpful and gives you a new perspective on your cat's mealtime antics. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And do UNT forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future ventures into the world of our amazing animal companions. We'd love to hear about your own experiences in the comments below. Does your cat do this? Have you found any tricks that work? Share your stories. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.